Hi guys, this is Stephanie with Empower Physical Therapy. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about healthcare costs and how you can kind of reduce them and what's going on within our healthcare system. And so a lot of times what's happening is that our hospitals are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And what they're doing is they go to the insurance companies and they're saying, you're going to pay us this or we're pulling out and you have nowhere to go for your people. And so the costs to go into these hospitals are actually going up higher and higher. Where if you go to freestanding places, they don't have that power, and so they're getting paid actually less. So let me give you some examples. One example is if you go, let's say you're going to go and you need an MRI, and if you're going to a doctor in a hospital, they're going to refer inside the hospital because that's what they're told to do. So you could go into that hospital and maybe that MRI is $2,000, where if you went out and found a freestanding place and started calling around, you might find one that will be $300. Yes, the difference, 300 versus 2,000. There's big differences out there. So really you just need to find services outside of the hospital because you might be surprised at what the price difference is. And even if you have a percentage that you have to pay, it still may be cheaper. Even if they don't take your insurance at these smaller places, their cash price still may be cheaper. I know, it's really sad. There's a lot of businesses and healthcare providers starting to go into a cash-based business because of these reasons. They can't keep their doors open and they can still provide a better service and a cheaper service versus going into some of the other places that we're going into for healthcare. So let's give you another example. Physical therapy, that's my field. So if you go into the hospitals and get physical therapy, so one visit for physical therapy could cost you anywhere between $250 to $350 a visit. Where if you went to a smaller place, a freestanding place, what insurance pays literally could be anywhere between $65 to $85, sometimes a little bit higher, visits per visit depending on the insurance company. That's a huge difference. And so again, finding some of these freestanding locations might actually save you money in the long run, and you'll probably get a better service as well. And these are also other reasons why more and more healthcare providers are going into a cash-based business. So other things that you got to worry about too are a lot of times people will go into these like emergency care centers. So if you go into an emergency care center, those are great. I mean, you're going to get these are the Primacares, the Care Nows, those kind of things. You're going to get a good service. It's going to be for a good price. Where if you go to a place that looks like an urgent care center, but it's an emergency room center, they're going to charge you emergency room prices, probably even higher than if you actually went to the emergency room. So your bill may be $2,000, $3,000, and you're like, what? I didn't even do that much. Yes. So you've got to be careful on the wording of those kind of places. And lastly, let's go into drugs. Same kind of thing. A lot of people go and they'll go and they need to get a drug for some reason. They're sick, whatever. They go into some of these bigger places and all of a sudden they're like, what? Are you kidding me? I have to spend $250 or more on this particular drug. So you need to start asking questions. How can I get this cheaper? A lot of times people they're not going to tell you how they can because they're not allowed to, but they might actually be able to give you some information on how you can actually get that drug for a cheaper price. So ask questions, and if you can't get it, then start shopping around. Again, if you go to some of those smaller places, they don't have as much of a power to say, hey, we're going to take this price or we're not going to take it at all. You might be surprised at the price differences between location to location. So this is how you can be kind of a savvy shopper when you're looking at your healthcare costs. So try to stay with those freestanding places. Sometimes cash is definitely going to be a better way, even though we have insurance. And just keep on asking what the prices are. Sometimes in these big facilities, they won't even give you an estimate of what that price potentially could be, which is really sad. We should have full disclosure of potentially of what the costs are going to be, or within a good range. I mean, I know you can be $100, $200 off, but not $1,000, $2,000 off when it's just for a minor service. So I hope this is helpful for you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I pull these off and I put them on my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is Empower Physical Therapy, MPOWER Physical Therapy. And feel free to share this. Just this information needs to get out to people so that they can make educated decisions so that they don't get these huge bills and they can figure out ways to keep their healthcare costs down. Have a good day.